Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at FC Kerbeck Maserati in Palmyra, New Jersey to bring you a very special vehicle. This is the all-new, redesigned 2024 Maserati Gran Turismo. This one is the Modena trim in Grigio Materia. So today we're going to go through this car, check it out, see what it brings to the table in this super high-end exotic performance coupe segment. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Maserati Gran Turismo for 24 Grigio Materia is the color. It's a beautiful, deep charcoal gray color. Love it. Maserati badge, all new badge on the front. The huge Maserati trident on the front grille, that classic Gran Turismo grille. Can't mistake it. All functionality, top and bottom of the grille, functional side air curtains to get that air down the side of the car, and also that larger grille now on this 2024 to channel the air into this all-new Maserati engine that powers this Gran Turismo. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals. It's just one mean look on the front of this Gran Turismo. All right, the wheel and tire setup on the front end of this Gran Turismo Modena. We have a 20-inch wheel, gloss black, silver Maserati badge on the center cap. Looks gorgeous. We got ginormous ventilated and cross-drilled rotors. The yellow Maserati brake calipers. Love the way that looks. Let me know what you think, how the yellow goes with the gray, but I think it looks fantastic. Maserati just knows how to design a car aesthetically. Now, these 20-inch wheels up front are wrapped in Pirelli P0 summer tires, 265 on the width, a 30 series sidewall 20s. Now we're going to take a look at the back wheels because we got some different sizes on this Gran Turismo. All right, now we're at the rear end of the Gran Turismo, and what we're looking at here on the back end is a 21-inch wheel. Same color combo, gloss black with the silver Maserati badge on the center cap. Now we have smaller rotors in the back, but they're still ventilated and cross-drilled with a smaller caliper, but it's still yellow, still with the Maserati badge on the brake caliper. But when we go 21-inch wheel on the back, now we're going 295 on the width with a 30 series sidewall 21s, Pirelli P0 summer tires. So we have the larger wheels on the back, but the best thing about this Gran Turismo is, even though we have the different size wheels, and especially in the back to get the power to the ground, we have standard all-wheel drive in the new Gran Turismo, which is a huge improvement from the outgoing generation number 1. All right, now we got the full side profile of this Gran Turismo, and what I love what they did with generation 2 is that they evolved the design of Gran Turismo, because when you look at the first generation car, that was out 2007 through 2019, this car has evolved the design, but it still looks like a Gran Turismo. Maserati didn't go for a revolutionary design on the Gran Turismo. They wanted to keep that history of the original car and just tweak it to make it look a bit more luscious. And I just love how they evolved the design. I think it looks terrific, especially those gorgeous curves over the front wheel well on the hood and then back over the rear haunch. Just looks terrific. We have some chrome trim around the windows all the way around, ties in with the silver on the wheels. Let me know how you feel about that. We have the Modena badge and the tri-port vent on the front fender, which is classic Maserati design, but it's a really good looking vehicle. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As we move on in, again, as I said, blacked out, we have the Modena badge and that tri-port fender vent, all functional there. Side view mirrors are color matched with LED turn signals and 360-degree cameras. We have a recessed door handle with some chrome trim, and it's just a popper. You hit your finger underneath there and it pops the door open. We have a left side fuel filler cap up top, color matched on the roof with the antenna and your digital rear view mirror camera in there as well, but we do not have a sunroof on this Modena Gran Turismo. All right, we're now at the rear end of this Gran Turismo. We don't have a deck lid spoiler, but we do have a nice kick up on the trunk. Maserati script right underneath that. Gran Turismo on the bottom right of the deck lid trunk area. LED taillights, LED turn signals. Grigio Maserati all the way down. We have chrome functional quad tip exhaust slash cut, looking great. And then we have a very smoothed out and very clean looking rear diffuser down below. Really good looking rear end on this Gran Turismo. All right, we're under the hood of this gorgeous 2024 Maserati Gran Turismo Modena, and what are we looking at for a power plant? Well, we have Maserati's 3-liter twin turbocharged Nettuno V6 engine mated to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. 483 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 18 in the city, 27 on the highway, 21 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 93, so you'll need to use super unleaded gas. And if this isn't enough power for you, you can upgrade to the upper level Trofeo trim for the Gran Turismo. Get the same engine, but tuned up to well over 500 horsepower if you need more. All right, before we get into the interior of this Gran Turismo on this really hot July summer day, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this Gran Turismo cost? It can't be cheap. And no, Maserati Gran Turismo is the flagship production car for Maserati here in 2024. Is very, very expensive. We're talking about an Italian exotic. So when you're comparing something, the prices on these, you got to really compare them to other cars in that same market area and not something that isn't. So bear that in mind. This is what we got going on. So for the Modena trim, performance-wise, what do you get that's included in the base price of $174,000? You get that twin-turbo Nettuno V6 and the 8-speed automatic. You get standard all-wheel drive, adaptive air suspension, the Skyhook electronic active damping system. You get 3 drive modes, launch control, the Monza-specific front and rear fascias. And then we have a lot of other types of accents on here, as well as your 21-inch staggered design wheels with the summer tires and the calipers. Now, this car has some options. So again, we started at the base price of $174,000. This has the ADAS Package 1. That's the Automated Driver Assistance System. Package 1 for an additional $4,500. That's going to get you the adaptive cruise control, active blind spot assist, active lane keeping assist, driver drowsy detection, and surround view cameras. Then we added an extra $2,600 for the Tech Assistant package, which is going to get you a head-up display and the digital rear view mirror. Then we have an additional $3,500 for the copper YAM carbon fiber on the interior, which is beautiful. Then an extra $2,000 for the premium alarm system and an extra $1,000 for the gloss yellow brake calipers. Grigio Maserati is not an additional cost paint, so a total MSRP from the factory. And this vehicle is built in Italy at Maserati's Mia Fiore production plant. We have a total MSRP from the factory of $189,595. Let's go check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all aluminum finish, looking gorgeous. The floor mats are in the trunk area at this time. We have a beautiful, nice aluminum door sill plate. Now the blue plastic is still on it. I can't remove that. That's for the first owner to remove. It says Maserati to welcome you to the car. Seats, we have obviously power seats with lumbar for the driver and the front passenger. And then we have this beautiful tan leather, Italian leather seating with the stitching, all one-piece seat, great bolstering, beautiful headrest. The Maserati trident embossed into the seats, looking beautiful. Maserati door panel, leather up top with the stitching, tan leather insert with a beautiful looking pattern. We have the upgraded Sonus Faber high-end audio system in here. And then we have that copper yam carbon fiber, which looks stunningly beautiful with this tan interior. We have the door popper right there in the middle to pop that door open. If for some reason the battery is dead, there is the emergency door release down there as well. And then we have some gloss black on the switchgear, but just a stunningly beautiful door panel here on this Gran Turismo. Up top, leather stitching. More of this is a wood trim right here that's black, looking good. The tricolore right there. Beautiful the way these heat and air vents are designed right into the dash. More of the leather with the stitching, looking beautiful. And if you want to open the glove box, there's your button right there. And boom, the glove box goes open. All right, center stack time. We have our classic Maserati clock. Now, instead of being an old-fashioned clock, this is a digital clock. And you can control the clock from the panel here below. So if we push clock, you can go ahead and have it as a clock. You can turn it on pedals. You can have it as a G meter. You can have it as a compass, or you can have it as a clock. So I like the functionality there with this digital clock. We have two heat and air vents, and now we have the massive Maserati Connect 12.3-inch infotainment screen, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto with navigation. Look how beautiful this is. Moving it in and out, looking gorgeous. Now, if you think this looks familiar, Maserati is part of the Stellantis group, and Maserati Connect is based on the Uconnect 5 system. We can Bluetooth our phone, we can go to our vehicle settings, we can go to our performance pages, we can bring those up, get our extra gauges for, let's say, turbo, torque, and pressure. We can go to drag race mode, we can go to our consumption history. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. We can go to our controls, dim our mirror, lock our glove box out, surround view camera. We can bring that up back to my car, and that's going to give you what your service intervals are, what your tire pressures are. By hitting this button here, what your oil level is right there. Drive mode Explorer, where you can explore the different drive modes you have in your Maserati. Drive modes switches on the wheel, but right now we're in sport. We can go to GT if we would like, and everything, and then we can go to comfort if we'd like to go to comfort, and things do change. So I love the way that works. And now we're back on sport. Everything goes red, ready to rock and roll. And of course, we're going to rock sport mode all day long in this if it was my Maserati Gran Turismo. But a really nice, easy system to use. We've seen it before in other Stellantis Group products. Now, to go through this 8-speed ZF automatic, here are your push button for your transmission. So if we hit reverse, we have that nice, clear backup camera with trajectory, 360-degree view. You can change your camera angles right here if you would like. Back in the park, off it goes. Looking good. Down below, now you have your 8.8-inch digital display where you can set your dual climate control. You can turn on your heated seats, 3 stages for the driver and the front passenger. You can go to the seat button and adjust your memory seats from here. And you can go over to passenger and adjust the passenger memory, 3 memory seat settings for the driver and the front passenger. You can go to your ambient lighting, and you can choose what type of ambient lighting you would like, or turn it off if you don't want any ambient lighting. So they got you covered there. So a lot of great stuff. Down below, you got your rear defrost, max defrost. You got your parking sensors on off, engine auto stop, start on off, raise or lower your Gran Turismo. So if you're going over speed bumps and you don't want to bottom out the vehicle, since this is sit low to the ground, you got you covered there. Again, your glove box release. So a really nice, so we showed you the clock before. Here's your headlights. If you want your headlights on, off, or on auto, we obviously are going to rock with them on auto. So everything that you need is done within this system that we have right here. and then it defaults back to your HVAC controls, which I kind of like. So that's probably where I would leave it. So a really nice system. We have our volume for our radio, or to mute the volume over there. So they got you covered, four-way hazards right over there. So they got you covered, but you're going to need to make sure you know where everything is and familiarize yourself with the two screens set up here in this Gran Turismo. Down below, wireless charging pad right in there. And look at this. There's that copper yam carbon fiber spilled all over the inside of this Gran Turismo. Looking beautiful. You can pull these up, nice felt lined area for some secret papers. Always like it when car manufacturers give you a spot for secret papers. But look how beautiful this carbon fiber weave is with this copper yam. That is just stunning. We got two cup holders here, and of course those are Italian cup holders, so that's for espresso, right? Or maybe a cappuccino, but a big gulp, you can forget about it. Now look at this gorgeous key fob, really nice weight. All right, so your Maserati Trident is the lock button, then you have unlock, then you can pop the trunk, panic button, Maserati Trident on the back, really nice weight, feels substantial in your hand. And then we have nice center armrest with the stitching in the leather, of course. You open that up, you have another area for storage, felt lined, and then you have a 12 volt, a 12 volt, and then a USB-C and a USB-A, so they got you covered. Maserati steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, the Trident on the leather horn button with the stitching, flat bottom wheel to get easily to get in and out of this Gran Turismo. We have our engine start stop on the left, our drive modes, and our suspension control right here on the right. Right in here we have our telephone voice commands, the switches to adjust your 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. On the right side you have your cruise control, you have your speed limiter, so you can set a speed that you can't go over. Probably a good idea in this car. And then we have our safety suite controls right there as well. We have ginormous paddles. These are moose antlers that are hooked up to the driving column and not the wheel, so they'll always be in the same place for you when you go to shift. Metal paddles, of course. On the left, we have our directionals as well as high beam controls. And then on the right, you have your windshield wiper controls. Down below, all you have is your electronic parking brake, and that's it. So it's really, really easy. And then we come to our 12.3-inch TFT digital display, and it just looks terrific as we go through our drive modes. There is GT, there is comfort, we come down to sport. So nothing crazy as far as the way things change, but it's classy, nice and classic. We can also have additional information you can go through on the center display if you would like. So they got you covered as far as that goes. And you can also go through information right here as well. And we're going to turn on our head-up display right now. There we go. Now our head-up display is on, and you can display your calls. You can display your classic layout. You can go to an evolved layout, a relaxed layout. Let's try evolved. There we go. Now we got our evolved layout out there, and we're all set. So it's a really, really nice and easy system to use, and a lot of cool features. Overhead console, all gloss black. Pop your trunk. And then here, if you want your LED lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button needs to remain off. And then when you open the door, your LED lighting comes on. When you close the door, the LED lighting dims out and you're all set. No sunroof, so nothing to show you there. Here is our digital rear view mirror looking beautiful. And if you wanted to use it as a regular mirror, you just have to push that button back, and now we're as a regular mirror, pull it forward, and now we're at the digital. Now we have 3 garage door openers settings, and then we have an LED light with our vanity here on the sun visor. And does it slide? Of course it does, to block out the side sun. Getting in the back seat of the Gran Turismo, you just have to hit this. And it comes forward on its own automatically to give you room to get in. Look at that. Nice amount of space to get in. It's still going. Moves all the way up. Now I have the driver's seat set for my driving position. And then we can step on in to the Gran Turismo. Again, it's lower to the ground, so you're going to have to duck down to get in. So now we are in the back seat. We have more of that beautiful copper yam carbon fiber. Beautiful heat and air vent back here as well. And USB-C, USB-A, Sonos Faber speakers. Look how gorgeous they look. Small little window, it doesn't come down. Back seat, same leather, same Maserati design. We look here, and we have a pass-through to the trunk, which is nice as well. And then we have some more of this open pore black wood look around the vent, which I like. Now we're going to move the seat back. I have it set for my driving position, so we'll see how much knee room I'm going to get with this as it comes back. Usually Gran Turismos give you a decent amount, and it stopped. So here I am at 5'11", seat set for my driving position, plenty of knee room, and then these are slightly high, plenty of shoulder width room. Now my head, I'm going to take my hat off, is fine without my hat, no problem. So back in the back seat of this Gran Turismo, you can fit a full-size adult. I'm 5'11", I fit, and that is a big improvement because you see a lot of these exotic sports coupes, there is no back seat room for people. The Gran Turismo has you covered back here. All right, get in the trunk area of this new Gran Turismo. You pop it from the key fob. You pop it from the inside of the vehicle on the overhead console, or you can come to the back, hit the button right underneath the R in Maserati. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down right here. And now we have the trunk space. Now, for a Gran Turismo, it's not half bad. We're looking at 10.95 cubic feet of space, which isn't a lot compared to some other vehicles, but you're getting rear seat room for rear passengers, where in the other cars in this class, you don't get any, even though you may get a bigger trunk area. But for a Gran Turismo, it's bigger than Generation 1, and it really has a good amount of space. You got lighting here in the back. You got a 12 volt for power here in the back of the trunk. That's nice. Underneath here, carpeted. You have a fix-a-flat, so we do not have a spare in this vehicle. But for this class of car, you do have enough room for a couple of overnight bags. Take you and your beautiful bride away on the weekend, no problem, in this GT Cruiser beast of a car. All right, the Maserati window sticker time. Here we go. I'm going to try to zoom in, give you all the action on this 2024 Gran Turismo. Here is our standard equipment. Options. MSRP. Fuel economy. Built-in Mira Fiore, Italy. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, so we are in the cockpit of the Gran Turismo. Now, the dealer really would prefer if I only drove this around the parking lot and not out on the road, considering the price of the vehicle. And they want to keep the mileage off of it for potential customers. I can understand that. But I did want to give you guys a quick look, give you guys a feel for how this car is going to behave. But I'm just glad I could drive it. What I would like to report is we have a great head-up display in this vehicle. It's going to give me the speed limit on the road that I'm on, what I'm going, and then my nav is going to be up there as well. And it's nice and bright, easy to see right in my line of sight. So I really like that. Now, this steering is very, very precise. Maserati has some great handling. And as you can see, the handling is just very tight. It is very right. It is spot on. No problem at all, which I really, really like. The car feels very light on its feet for a big car, because they've really lightened it up compared to the Generation 1. And we go through these things. Just gives you a really nice sense. We do have launch control, which obviously we can't use that today, but we are trying to keep away from the other cars on the lot. And we will try to do a bit of a takeoff here to give you an idea. The all-wheel drive, great addition to the vehicle, considering the previous generation was rear-wheel drive only. You're not going to have any problem getting the power to the ground on this vehicle. There's no doubt about it. But let's see, we might be able to get this up to a decent speed. Let's see. And that ZF transmission just fires off. Boom, boom, boom. No problem at all. We're in first. We're going to do manual. See how it goes. And it just shifts beautiful and easy, which is really, really nice. Look at this. Back and forth around the pillars and the pylons. Stop it up again. And down the road you're going to go. So I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you're fortunate enough to be able to afford the 2024 Gran Turismo. I don't think you're going to be disappointed in this vehicle at all. We got great visibility out the front windshield, side view mirrors. They've solved the visibility problem out the rear glass with Generation 1 by giving you a digital rear view mirror, which makes it easy to look out the back. You have all your safety suite controls in here as far as your blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist. That was an option that we read off the window sticker, but they got you covered on all of that. They got you covered on all of that, so it drives so nicely. I really wish I could give you a road test on this, but again, I don't get press cars. These are cars that I drive are actually for sale, and when you're at this price level, I'm lucky I'm able to drive it around the parking lot, because they like to keep these things very well protected for that customer that's going to spend almost $200,000 on this Gran Turismo. But a great car, great drive. If you're in the market for one of these high-end performance coupes, definitely put the Gran Turismo on your list to test drive. But I want to thank FC Kerbeck Maserati here in Palmyra, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Maserati Gran Turismo for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.